خوتي رجعنا بفيديو جديد. واحد مجنين الشا شو ما تشوفوا أنا.
Burn up a bag, I let you count it when I make it in a nine. Love it when you got it on. Baby, you so high, all these diamonds cool you down. Got a lot of guap, every day I walk around. Baby girl, I'm up, ask them how I put it down. Just give me a chance, promise I'ma make you love me. And me and you together could've burned up.
ميمكنش شو دارت مشيت عند طاطو ارتيست وسميت ان بي اي يونغ بوي في الهرم. انا ميمكنش صاحبي درت everything باش ان بي اي يونغ بوي يصايني معاه. انا ميمكنش out of تويتر ترولينا. شو واحد كتب Mello Rackz whose black ex-fiancée posted to social media flaunting pictures of married rapper NBA Youngboy Fit and Gav. I mean, she did everything. كل شي كيطرو ليها، كلشي. ميمكنش. المهم شكون الميلو راكس؟ ميلو راكس كان خرجوا على شي صناعي.
We haven't spoken in years since we last, you know what I mean?
Yo, how you want to make?
You know I was while she was with Fabio Foreign.
Who? Mello Rackz was with Fabio Foreign?
Yeah.
6ix9ine sat down with DJ Academics and got messy, bringing up his past with Mello Rackz. He claimed they were hooking up while she was allegedly still with Fabio Foreign back in 2022. When Ak asked if he'd still talk about it,
تمشي هدية ميلو راكس. وكان دي جي 6ix9ine له واحد الصرح شهير قلبوني. المهم بدك تشرح شو طرا في دي 6ix9ine بأن ميلو راكس داش معاه داكشي. ماشي هنا هو قال في واحد الانترفيو عايش راني شفتو ندخلو في الموضوع. شوية اللي يكون فيه الشي ميمكنش. ميمكنش لو ليك تستعمل ميلو راكس ممكنش بزاف. آه. Let's think. ليش بيسمع أروح اللعبة كويس. ترى ضربت فيش مع كل شي مع ليليات شي لصقت في 5 في 4 ممكن يديرو عاد نشوف شي جوجات من أي لعيبة خاصنا نشوفو وياه. ميمكنش ميلو راكس. بس ميلو راكس أحدك البوست خلاص لها new evidence لو
Black shiny.
Discover the new Go, a crispy biscuit with tasty cream.
I found a smoking gun in this Draco the Ruler case, and YG, I'm sorry, bro, you going to jail. In a song called We Know the Truth, when YG is addressing the rumors that he got Draco the Ruler killed at the Once Upon a Time festival, YG denied it, and he says, I wasn't worried about Draco. Slim 400 just died. I was worried about Slim. He also says, I came to get the dough.
أشرح لكم شكون هو سليم 400. سليم هذا هو سليم 400 قاعد كيري من وراه في الشيء ماشي دراك يدرونه.
I was finna hit the stage. Then I heard how y'all heard somebody got hit with a blade. I was nowhere around. I ain't have nothing to do with this. Why are you guys blaming it on me? YG even says that, yo, they say I murdered this, they say I murdered that. Well,
دول الموت مش تشيل لك دراك يدرونه منه شارك فهمتي. أنا سمعت منه شارك سمعت يكون شارك في دوك اللعيبات شنو هو مو شارك في دوك اللعيبات مسنين بحال الشارك مسنين هذاك واش باش تقتل دراكي يدرونه.
Well, if that's true, then you be a snitch and I'd be sleeping in a cell on a rack. But too bad that ain't true. Okay. Well, hey, listen, man. YG, sir, you got to speaking too soon. Okay, you underestimated how committed people are to bringing Draco justice. Since YG has dropped that song, law enforcement has detained YG, executing a search warrant for Draco the Ruler's murder. And we now have a deposition from Draco's security guard identifying YG at the scene. Now, listen very closely to what this security guard just said, because the piece of information we have lines everything up and catches YG in 4K.
Draco, and they let us go. They would then ask him what the 10 to 12 people were wearing, and he would say a lot of red. Red shirts, red jackets, red ski masks, red gloves, red shoes, just everything. And he would tell them they weren't only just wearing red, they were throwing up gang signs with their hands. And he would notice that they were throwing up the B. And he would explain that they were all taking pictures and that there was a cameraman that was standing behind the cars, just taking pictures. And he would say he was watching his surroundings because he knew everybody knew Draco's vehicle. They would then ask him, when he observed the individuals in the van, was it his understanding that that was YG's crew? And he would respond and say yes. They would ask him, entourage or group? And he would say, yes, I saw YG. He was in front of everybody taking a picture, as if the group was standing behind him and he was singled out in the front. They then asked him what was YG wearing, and he would tell them a black ski mask, black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny shoes. They would then ask, so the other guys were wearing red, correct? And he would say yes.
Pay attention. This is Draco's security guard right here.
طبعا أنا أشرح لكم شرطة. هذا شو يقولوا وايجي كان ماسكت. You know what I'm saying? هذا شو يقولوا بأنه وايجي. نكمل.
Here. This is YG. Black pants, red stripes, with a knife in his hand. Now, he's advancing forward. Now, the reason why, like, this angle is kind of awkward, but Draco's security is focused on somebody else because they're advancing. That person, I think, is YG's security guard. They are advancing. There's about 90 to 100 people over here somewhere advancing on those other people. So YG is advancing forward. People is beginning to run away. Now, the reason why this is important, you're going to find out shortly, okay? Draco's security guard, YG. From that angle, that security guard had the best look at the dude in the black pants and the red stripes. So because he had the best look, he probably is the most qualified to identify who it was. He would say it was YG.
أشرح لكم شرطة. بوجهك فلاكو يقول بأن بودي جارد الدراكي الأولى إن هو شاف في عين الكونة ماسك المين عرفوا بأنه YG.
Now, he would also identify what YG was doing when the fight that ultimately took Draco's life broke out.
Then tell him that eventually they parked their vehicles and everybody would gather around. And as they were walking to the gate, Draco turned around to go put something in his vehicle. He would tell him that he forgot what it was, but he believes that it was a bag. And he would say that as they were walking to the vehicle, he would notice that the 400 camp was walking towards them. But he would say that Chief and Heavily also went back to his own vehicle to put something inside of it.
الفيل شنو طلع فيها لك صاحب دراكي الرولر شيفن هيفنلي شي واحد بغا يصنع شي تشين ديالو دراكي الرولر ميعجبوش الحال بغا يرجع يشوف شكون تكون اللي بغا يصنع شي تشين ديال شيفن هيفنلي اسمو أو بأن داك وايجي يجي معاك أكتر من 60 واحد كيقولوا 40 كيقولوا 60. You know what I'm saying؟ وقالك فجأة داك البارشي داكشي اللي كان غادي يدير وايجي ينوض غني قالك فجأة كان سالي تلغى مبقاش وايجي غنى في داك الكانسر. You know what I'm saying؟ شو يقول بأنه وايجي مشى ولكن البولي غار يقول بأنه وايجي كان مع هادوك اللي دارو الشارع. You know what I'm saying؟ دابا شكون اللي ضرب داك دراكيلا الرول بداك شارب نايف؟ ضربو واحد خونا معاهم تيقولولو فرانكنستون. اسمه شحيح فرانك ويليامز. كما جينا شرحنا من يعرف بويش فلاكو لهالي داكشي خونا الانستغرام الفيسبوك والقطع الخبر المهم سنة هادشي اللي طرا.
But he would say that him and Draco and Chief and Heavily went different ways. He went with Draco, and then Chief and Heavily went a separate way. But as the group regathered, Chief and Heavily would tell him that there was an attempted robbery on his chain. And he would say that after that, Draco said, "What the F? Hell no," and immediately ran back towards the pink lot. Draco's security said that he tried to grab him by his shirt collar, but wasn't able to get him. They would then ask him if he followed Draco to the pink lot. And he would say, "Yes, I immediately tried to grab him." They would then ask him, "Then what happened? Did an altercation ensue?" He would then tell him, yeah, but he still wanted to do his job by protecting Draco, and that he didn't want to grab him and fight with him, knowing that all the people were coming towards them. He would then say that the brawl broke out, and he would hit the first person coming towards them. And he would tell him that he also brought a knife in that night, but it was inside of Draco's Rolls Royce. They would then ask him how many people were they fighting, and he would say 20 to 25 people minimum. And they would ask him if he recognized anybody in that group of 25. And he would respond and say, "I only recognize one, YG." And they would ask him, so he was directly involved in the fight? And he would say yes, front and center. He would then say how Draco was standing by his side when he was fighting YG and YG's bodyguard. And he would say that YG produced a knife from his left hand. He would then say that when he seen that, he backed up and Draco...
أنا اش كيقول الخوني في الأوضة كيقولوا ملي البوليس سولو وداك البودي كارد الدراكي ويرونا قال لك كانوا ما بين 25 شخص 40 شخص بحال هكاك، وقال لك قدر يتعرف على واحد منهم كيف ما قلنا ليه هو غايجي.
was standing by his side the whole time. He would then say that more people began swarming and they would attempt to fight off while backing up. They would then ask him, "So you witnessed YG, who you recognized produced a knife from his sleeve, correct?" And he would respond and say yes. And he would say that he just saw the blade, he didn't see the handle, and that it was a silver blade, almost like a shank made in prison. He told them it was about 3 to 4 inches long, and he was slashing it at him. They would then ask him, did he witness any other knives in the melee? And he would say, yeah, there was a guy on the left of YG that had a knife also. And they would ask him to describe the knife, and he would say the same thing. And he would say you can tell they had a knife because nobody swings a punch like how they were doing in the video.
He identified YG with a knife, and he also said he was fighting off YG and his security guard. So the person who stabbed Draco the Ruler is not YG, because the security guard was tussling with YG and his bodyguard. And because he was tussling with YG and his bodyguard, who he claimed had knives, somebody came from around him and stabbed Draco the Ruler. So we know YG didn't stab Draco the Ruler, but it doesn't matter. Because if we could prove that YG had a knife and YG was participating in that fight with a knife, and he called the hit on Draco the Ruler, YG is going to jail for the rest of his life.
بص YG اكتشاف انه شارك في جريمة القتل. هلا تأسيس جريمة القتل.
So can we prove that it was actually YG in that black pants and red stripes? Can we prove that? Well, here's the thing. We got the proof that was YG. We got the undoubtable proof that was YG. They asked him what YG was wearing, and he says the black pants with the red stripes down the middle. This is the pants. This is YG wearing the pants. Look at the comparison. These are the exact same pants that YG wore the night that Draco the Ruler brawl broke out. Now, if we pause right here and we look at YG advancing, that right there is the pants he's advancing on. Well, look at it. This is the exact same pants.
Stripe going down the side and black shiny shoes. Black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side. Black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side. Black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side.
These dudes got to be the dumbest set of criminals I've ever seen in my life. Why would you allow yourself to get photographed in the pants that you wore the night of the murder? Sir, this is probably a bigger mistake, but certainly just as big as Munchie B admitting he passed the bottle to Draco's killer every day. This is terrible. Why would you allow yourself to get photographed in the pants you wore?
دابا نشرح لك أنا دخلت قلبت لأن ديك الساعة عاش بيهم معارف في الميشي اللي شاد طلقة لي ضاعت من الرولر جاو كيتاخدو بجدية بالدلائل اللي كيعطيك قوتك فلاكو التصريحات اللي كيدير داك مونتشيري بحال اللي قال لهم بأنني راه يوميا كندوز القرعة القاتل فلاكو القاتل اللي ضاعت من الرولر هذا ديالي جاو كيتاخدو داكشي بجدية تامة. هادشي أنا اللي سمعتو قريتو دخلت قلبت داك الجروب ياك تلقى هادشي بصح بأن بداو كيتاخدو هادشي بجدية.
The night that Draco... What?
They then asked him what was YG wearing, and he would tell them a black ski mask, black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny shoes. They would then ask, so the other guys were wearing red, correct? And he would say yes. And as you can see right here,
Watch
which
this
would be the
footage.
video of the situation, you can see the clothes that he's describing. A black ski
Now, the reason why this footage is important, I'm about to show you guys where YG was and where Draco was.
mask, black shiny jacket, black
Let's rewind a little bit more. 1 second. Right here. This is Drake. This is Draco the Ruler. This is Draco the Ruler right here. This is Draco. This is Draco's security guard. He's exactly where he said he was. So they are advancing on Draco. Now, I was told this footage right here is like of the fight. You're about to see YG walk into frame. So the security guard apparently starts tussling with YG and his security guard. And then YG, according to this dude, right, the Draco security guard, YG starts to swipe.
pants with a red stripe going down the side.
And we actually watch YG swipe in real life too. Watch this.
With a red stripe going down
You see?
the side.
You see
and
the
black
swipe?
shiny shoes. A black ski mask, black shiny jacket, a black ski mask, pants with a red stripe, black shiny jacket, black pants.
You see?
Jacket, black pants with
You see the swipe
black
goes
shiny
Joe.
jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny shoes. A black ski mask, black shiny jacket.
Hold on. Come on, bruh. The same skin tone. Oh my God. It's the same skin tone. It's him. It's the same skin tone. Even without what we, even without this, even without
Black
the footage.
pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny.
إلا خلطنا الدلاح مع الخوخ شنو غادي يعطي؟ دلوخ، خذ دلاح، دلاخوخ، ودابا الليمون مع الفرامبواز، ليمبواز، فرامون،
Now we know who was in the red pants, well, the black pants with the red stripes. Now we know. Now, YG actually wore those pants after the murder, which is what makes this even dumber. Yo, bro, you should have burned the clothes that you wore that night. Like, simply, you should have burned the clothes you wore that night. This is terrible. This is bad, man. Now, Draco the Ruler has some advice for YG. See, Draco the Ruler experienced a similar fate in the past, right? In his life. You see, Draco had some dudes around him. And because of their actions, he went down and he was considered a kingpin, right? The ruler of the gang. They use his name against him. So here is Draco the Ruler, talking about California penal codes and really breaking down how the law works and why YG is absolutely cooked. Now, this is not about YG, but this fits what's going on with YG currently. And I just think it was fitting for Draco the Ruler to explain it to YG instead of Poetic Flacco.
Well, and on top of that, they were saying the Stink Team was a gang.
Yeah.
You were the leader.
I was the leader because of my name, Draco
Right.
the Ruler.
And in California, if you're a gang member, you can be charged for crimes that other members did.
Other people do.
So whatever the Stink Team did in their own personal life could ultimately be put on you because you're the quote unquote leader of this violent gang.
Even if I wasn't there, but that would be penal code 182.5.
Right.
Criminal street gang conspiracy, which they don't even charge people with, but they had decided to charge me with that.
I mean, how does it feel to be sitting there and like all these charges are just piling up on you and you're like, yo, like
Yeah.
I didn't do none of this shit.
Yeah,
and they're putting everything on me right now.
I mean, on top of that, like, that, it had to do a lot with, like, you know, these rapper niggas and all this other shit that didn't want to see me get out anyway. So, you know, like, they would say that they wasn't doing police shit or weird shit, but then you go put some shit on the internet saying I did something that I didn't do, or every day you tweeting some shit, and all the police doing is looking like, oh, well, we're gonna, you know, bring this in, or we're gonna look at this. Oh, look what Whoopty Whoop just said. Like, they don't understand that. So I'm sitting here, it's a new room or it's something new every time I go to court, like, oh, well, Whoopty Whoop, and we don't know if we're gonna use this, but, you know, it's right here. Some shit off of Twitter or something that somebody said. Like, so with all the people tweeting stuff and fuck Draco and fuck this and whatever, most of the blood niggas, fuck blood and blood this and all this other stuff, then the police, all they do is say, here goes another narrative. We're gonna say he was beefing with this person. We're gonna say he was beefing with this person. He created all these issues with all these people because people want to get on Twitter and say all this other shit.
In Draco's case, it was the Bloods that was telling on him. In y'all case, y'all told on yourselves, bro. Y'all did a whole lot of self-snitching and self-incrimination. Now, Draco has educated y'all on California penal codes and laws. Good luck. And we're far from finished, bro. We have so much. Bro, this was like an emergency video. Yo, I didn't plan on dropping another video until I hear back from something that I'm waiting on. But this was just an emergency.
Shit. تقول إنه مثلا كتسنى شهادة خاين رابين الأواي so why is he gonna go jail for the rest of his life أنا الله خرع الناس يجيش بويجي فلاكو
They then asked him what was YG wearing, and he would tell them a black ski mask, black shiny jacket, black pants with a red stripe going down the side, and black shiny shoes. They would then ask, so the other guys were wearing red, correct? And he would say yes. And as you can see right here, which would be the video of the situation, you can see the clothes.
So basically making one another shit.